Good day, everybody. Nice. 11:15. What going on, everybody? Unexpected live, as usual. Yes. So we setting up. Let me see how much people will come in here this morning. I forget to share the live. Let me get my next phone and see if I could set it up in the meanwhile. So we're going to YouTube here. Did everybody have a good rest? I certainly did. Guys. Shevani, good morning. How you going? I know we're not organized to share the live here. I need to share this live. Hey, look at here myself. Imtaz Khan, what you say, brother? Blessings. So let us share the live to WhatsApp, Facebook. My status done. Make sure I send some of the moderators. Nice. So how is everybody doing? Everybody going good? Guys, we're keeping a simple menu today. Alright? A simple menu. We have been going all the time. So now we're looking to take it easy today. I have a little bit of rice left from yesterday. Right? So I'm boiling just a little more rice. And I have some saltfish in the deep freeze. So I'm going to pull out that saltfish and we just going to make a quick, simple kind of meal. Not every day has to be an elaborate meal. Remember, you need to take a little rest. Cindy Pedro, Gail M, Florence, Cheryl Wilson, Cathy Ann, Trezor Keith, Geneva, Becky, Lawrence. Right, so we have a couple of people well in the house. Parvati, Travel Addict. Yes, I'm going to keep all their little company who might be at home, who might be at work, who might be linemen, who might be in the bank, who might be in the credit union, who in a T and Tech line to pay our bill. We're going and see you through a easy hour here. A easy hour. Nice, light kind of talk. I think I'll fly down for lunch. Yeah, come through, Cheryl. Right, so we taking it easy today. I already had the water, put the water up to boil. So let's add some rice to that. Not much ways in the kitchen, right? But I'm going about it kind of lay back today, right? Lay back kind of styling. I'm going to try to use as little ways as possible. It's a simple meal, so I don't want to complicate things. Sharon George, good morning. Blessings. First time I've seen you in here, Sharon. So welcome to the chat. Jenny B. Harry from Mayaro. Big up to all the people in Mayaro this morning. So we have 22 people in the house. I hope Azio is feeling better. Parvati. Give them hello. That Sana could work, boy. Yes, so mom and dad, Val, they're out. So I'm making sure they have something to eat when they come back home. Depending on how I'm feeling, it have some fillets inside of the refrigerator, in the deep freeze. I could take out 1 or 2 pieces and maybe just have a little piece of fried fish to go with that. Take out a piece a person. Kempton, Nirmala. So 28 people in the house. Bastio was on the chat yesterday, Parvati. To make joke. Gilbertis, good morning. How are you going? So guys, the days here that we have been waiting for, especially the 8 to 4 workers, right? The week went by nicely and Friday is here. No, it's not the first, okay. But the first time I could remember, unless we engage already, but sometimes my back might be to the camera and I may have missed your name. But nevertheless, I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy to see you here, Sharon George. Michael Zambrano, how are you going, brother? Yes, I gonna do this a simple okra and saltfish rice, boy, Kempton. So it's oil and steam fish. And Frederick is still there battling, raising his head off and on. Gosh, come on, Mr. Frederick. Come on, Mr. Frederick. We could do it, brother. We could do it. Michael Tamano sending Gina love. Gail, I'm saying good morning to Michael. Michael saying good morning to the ladies, sending love. Yes, simple kind of meal, boy, Kempton, boy. Simple kind of meal. Just now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook like long time people. Right? I go sit down here with my little bowl of okra and I sit down cutting up. Hi there, Jane calling from the UK. Welcome, Jane Roberts. And whoa, my brother, just tip your hat. I could give you one more feather in the cap. Gina, my darling, good morning. Look at people sending love for Gina. Antonia, blessings, blessings. 39 people in the house. Let me see that water boiling there, boy. As I see all of you taking it easy today. Me ain't walking fast. Me ain't going and me ain't stressing out myself at all today. As you could see, I don't start off with a little ways there to wash up. Water boiling. Water is boiling, so let me deal with that water. Nice. I just grab anything. I grabbing anything that's on top of the counter. Me ain't gonna pull out no new ways. Right. Throw some salt today. Salt almost done. So I already have some rice. And I want all this rice to use out. You gotta wash up that rice there. I do like about a cup and a quarter. Because we have some other rice to add to it and I want all this food to eat out. Simple meal. We check the time 11:22. And I'm going to show you if it is only have a bottle of grind seasoning. Watch me. We ain't going to cut up no, well, they don't have. We ain't going to cut up no side or anything. We going to use fresh green seasoning, grind up to cook this meal here today. As I tell you, we're looking for easy thing here today. Alright, for the texture that I'm looking for, I'm going to boil this rice for 20 minutes. So I don't know if somebody could take a check at the time. Right? Take a check at the time. And when it's time to strain the rice, let me know now, please. 20 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, right? Water running low again today. Right. So as I say, I'm taking it kind of easy today, guys. Right? I'm taking it kind of easy today. Yes. Some nice okras here. I had some breakfast already. I made myself a nice tin of tuna. And I just take some of my grind seasoning. I fish out some without the water. And I add in a teaspoon of mayo, some of Peggy pepper sauce. Mix that up. I squeeze a little lime on it. And I eat that with about 8 cricks. Right? So that was a decent meal there. So I'm not hungry. So let's see. So far, I'm working with everything that I have available on the counter. Right? I'm working with everything that I have on the counter. Now, let me tell you all this something. As we speak, I have a nice video uploaded to YouTube. And that video is the one that we did last Saturday. Right? So we prepared grind seasoning in that video. And now, after that, we do some dumplings and we had some curry meat. Alright, so this is the first thing. I'll take it out from down below. We ain't going to have much scraps today, so we can use this little bowl. Let me get our saltfish out and put it to soak in some water. Where the saltfish boy, where the saltfish boy, where the saltfish boy. Don't tell me I'm looking for that saltfish and that saltfish is up, you know. No, I didn't use all that saltfish. Oh, see you like this. I didn't use all that saltfish. Look at how my matters getting complicated here. So that's a changing menu right there, you know. The menu come and change there, you know, fellas. Alright, so you see how it is go. I tell myself it's still a saltfish, but it ain't no more saltfish. Alright. The whole ain't going in. So here what we know. Right? All the saltfish done. But I believe they call this fish it's a very tender fish, but I have these fillets, right? But this is mash up. So I'm going and season up some pieces of that. So I'll put that to soak in the water. So now it's not saltfish, okra and saltfish rice again. It's okra rice, right? Okra rice. And I'm going to fry some pieces of this fish. Alright, nice. So I'm going to put this to thaw out. Nothing. We have the grind seasoning. So we have no worries there. Water boiling. Excuse me. Right, so let me deal up with this okras here one time. Now, here what we're doing. I have a little piece of pumpkin in the fridge there. What I'm going to do is, in the last couple of minutes, I'm going to cube up that piece of pumpkin and throw it in the boiling rice. So that when I cook it up, this will now have okras and some pieces of pumpkin in it. Right? So that is the move there. That is the move. So everybody good? You can engage in the chat just now, right? Next. So we got one ingredient down there. As our main ingredient this morning. Water running dry, Okay, so as I say, I don't want to dirty up too much. Whereas some people like to cut up the thing and leave it one side. I telling you something, once you throw in that oil, in the pot, all these things will the fry up. So I cutting up my pimentos inside of here one time. I don't want to have no kind of work whatsoever to do when I finish cook this food here today. Next. Alright, so we have these two key ingredients prepared here already. Nice. Alright, so we have about 5 minutes again for our rice to be where it's supposed to be. And what we want to do is we want to throw in that pumpkin at a point in time. We don't want the pumpkin to get soft. We just want it a little tender, right? So I'm making a combination of okra, pumpkin, rice. Okay? Fancy face in the house, Francis. Nikki Lane from Mayaro. Deborah in the house. Ganesh in the house. Jane still in the house. Nadine, Natalie Bailey, hello. Sharon M. Vidya Ramjas. Alright, trying to see if I don't want to leave out anybody's name. Remember, a person's name is the most important thing to them. Your name. Your name is precious. Ramnath Herbati from Pinal, Sira and Parvati. Sanai not good. I want some food. Come across. You won't get a plate. Come, Nagil. Come, Deborah. Come. Salif. Alright, so I don't think I missed out anybody else. Kels, we're saying morning. How you feeling, my dear? Hope all is good. Blessings. Jenny Rampasad, good morning. Send any, Sana, did you send? I just selected a couple of people. I can't remember if I sent Peggy, but Nadine, Davy, she will come back in. She will come back. She will come in. Right? I'll get the next phone just now. Right. Let me check out this rice, guys. Let me check this rice. Alright, that rice need about, I will say, about a 5 minutes again. Right? About 5 minutes again for that rice. 3 to 5 minutes. So let's get our sink prepared to receive that rice. Remember, you always want to strain out in a clean sink. So I'm going to ready up our sink here. Wash all that sink good. Because remember, little residue, you don't want to throw your rice, residue from the sink coming up into your rice. Good. So one of the things I'm going to do, as I say, I have a little leftover rice in there. So the amount of rice I am boiling, I'm going to be combining it together with that. I want all this rice to be eaten today. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to be cooking that rice shortly, I am going to take that cold rice out of the fridge, and at a certain point, I am going to add it to this hot rice to be able to heat it up properly for me. Alright, I don't want to be eating rice and some of the rice hot and some of the rice cool. So I'm going to bring the rice back up to temperature. All right, I seen Sean Lacan. I seen somebody saying good morning to Sean Lacan. Sean Lacan, how are you going, brother? Right, and if anybody could remember, Sean Lacan is the guy that brought the ice cream peel up to Cora, and me and he turned that thing until nighttime and it never come in. Gita Sipasad, good morning. From Miss Gita. Gita Sipasad. Miss Gita, do we know each other? I just asking. Yes. Ivana, good morning. All right, I'm glad. I'm glad that I became happy. All right, so big up to Sean Lacan. Big up to everybody. Lisa Story Hub. Happy Friday to Sana and the rest of the chat. Continue to have a great day and a wonderful weekend. Tara in the house. All right, so let's get that extra rice into the spot here, and then we will throw in the pieces of pumpkin. All right, so what happened, guys, is that I have some rice from yesterday. I think I'll throw in the pumpkin first because we don't want this to overcook. So I'm going inside now here with the pumpkin. You flip camera. Right, I'm going to throw this pumpkin inside of here. Don't want that pumpkin cooking for too long. Nice. So with this rice bag. I make salad roti last night. It's well nice. So that goes back in there. Taking the little opportunity to put some water back into the place. Favorite spot. Right. Get some lights here. Alright, so I'm looking for the rice a little on the greeny side. Peggy, welcome to the chat. Peggy, listen, I had a 6-hour sleep after that live. When I got up, I know I had to eat my semen and my gazette. Girl, I said, nah, I'm eating now with no rice. I organize and I make 3 hot salad roti. A fella from down the street, he is riding motorcycle, so he end up stopping to check me. My boy eat with 3. Watch me. Oh, kill. That thing tastes like shatter in book. Right, so let me see what kind of texture. Right. I give that like about a minute or 2 again, then we train in the rest of the rice and we straighten off. Okay, so let me take a little overview here. We not want to touch our fish yet. Let me get our rice out of the way. We have some things prepared here. We're choosing an easy menu today, guys. Not every day had to be complicated. This is some rice from yesterday because I ended up having roti. And now Ninja, a piece of the pumpkin. We get in there. so I think now is a good time. Remember, we want to hot up all this rice. So this is the rice from yesterday. So we hotting up that one time. Just giving this about 3 minutes again, and we strain it off. So guys, today is Friday. We make it. Right, so we want this temperature to raise back up. Remember, that's cool rice that went in there, so we just cover in this to raise the heat quickly. You know, if I had think, now that Francis come and talk about spinach, I have some pieces up, I have some bhaji chip up inside of the fridge. I could have throw 2 handfuls inside of here and make myself a really interesting rice. The bhaji would have gotten a little tender. Right? Temperature is nice. As soon as that begins to boil rapidly, we take it off and we strain it off. And we're going to try to cook that rice back in this same pot. We just have to control the heat, right? This is not like an iron pot. So it's a matter of controlling the heat, and we could use it. So it's a simple meal we preparing, guys. I don't have to prepare that rice right away. Right? I don't have to. Alright, so big up to the 99 people in the house. 35 people hitting the like button. And let me take the opportunity to say that even though we are already halfway into the day, it doesn't mean to say that we can't touch in with our higher power, right? So giving God thanks for everything that He has done for us, the opportunity to live to see yet another new day. Pray that He could comfort the hearts of many. All right, prayers going out to Crystal, her husband, who I understand is out. Also our girl Cherise in Monto, and we have a spillover. Right, also my girl in Monto, Cherise. Yes, and everybody else that may be experiencing hard times. Right, love and blessings. So we're going to strain this rice out. And I know I want to see everything. And you know, I don't ever leave all out. Right, so let me flip camera and let me get this rice strained. All right, so here we go. Nice. So we have that in our water there. All right, let me get some cool water going down that sink. Don't want it swelling our pipes. And we topping back up water, leaving our rice to cool down a little bit. Right, and then we will deal with it. But in the interim, we're not going to cover this. In the interim, we're going to deal with this fish here. Time to deal with our fish. The reason why I keep moving these things, guys, I don't want to fresh up everything. Right? Always remember, sanitize the little area that you're going to work in. Don't want people getting sick. Want a clean kitchen, right? Going to make a little line bat. Right, after all the, you know that all the seeds came out of this. Nice. Now this looks like a fish that will mash up quite easily. So you ain't going to play up with this fish too much. Alright? And I will show you how to deal with tender fish like this. Okay, so right now we have the fish there in a little line bat. Alright? Let's leave this here for the while. Right, the fish going back in here, so this is just a light wash we're giving this. Oh, let me see what's going on here. Let us see what is going on here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh, sir. Well, yes. All right. So here what then? We're going to leave the light running. I have to go in the shop. Alright, so we covered all the rice. This is okay here, right? This we can still, it don't have any flies, but the meat is submerged, so we covering that down. Right? Coming back. I had to go in the shop. So I'm going to leave all you running here. Right? All you watch the house with me. Coming back now. No. See how you going, girl? All right, let me just talk a little bit to Tolly before I go. Laura, Seema, Patricia, ram that. All right, so yes, don't worry. When I come back, you will see how we gonna deal with that fish. All right, so guys, I will be back shortly. All right, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right, don't go anywhere. I'm coming right back, and we're going to deal with this food. We cooking our okra and pumpkin rice, and we frying some fish. All right. Yes, I turned off the stove. Don't worry. All right. All right. Oh gosh, the greatest show on earth. The greatest show on earth is the Sana Trini life. He never had no salt, he never had no fish. But when the fella done, boy, you're bound to get a dish. Hey, you're bound to get a dish, boy, you're bound to get a dish. You're bound to get a dish, boy, you're bound to get a dish. Hey, I work in magic in Lulu Kitchen. Life is what you make it. All right, yeah, it's salt I'm going for. It's salt I'm going for. Tune there, Francis. I'm coming back now. Don't go no way. I'm coming back now. Don't go no way. I'm going right by the shop. Right over there. Oh gosh. I come back. Nice. So I reach back. I'm glad all stay with me. The shop right there. The shop is right there. All right. Nice. Remember, guys, whenever you go out and you return to your kitchen, whether it's right outside the kitchen, make sure get back your hands clean, right? Not only because of COVID, but hey, you might be up on the shop counter, right? Woo! I tell you, the place hot, hot, hot. Nice. Now, here now, that is one of the nice things about the Caribbean. Eh? You could imagine if you were out of salt and you living in the US and you had to go and jump in your car, maybe go on some kind of freeway, get what they call it, a Cosmo, right? Or we have it nice here in the Caribbean, trust me. This is the only place, when I say the Caribbean, where you could do something like that, you know. Imagine you doing a live show and you telling people, hey, here happening. Well, you hold on there a minute. I'm coming back now. That is something else. All right, so where were we, guys? Right. I'm going to show you how to deal with a sawfish. Right? So, I'm going to drain out. Right, I'm going to drain out that fish. But before I drain that, let me organize up. I'm going to show you how to season up any kind of fish that is mashed up. Alright, so we getting out our butler grind seasoning here. I see our water here, I will drink that. Nice. Taking some peggy pepper sauce. Black pepper. Right. I have some other things inside of here, but I want to keep it simple. Parsley, it have but you could add whatever you choose to. Alright? So let me organize and let us make you call this like a seasoning bath. Right? So let us start to put things together here. Alright, we're gonna get some of that water. Right, so we finish with that. Let me get some of Peggy hot sauce inside of here. And that should be enough salt. black pepper. Now, whenever I deal with fish, you don't have a bottle of brown Creole seasoning. I always love to add some of that to this what I'm doing here. I don't have it. And you know me ain't fussing when I don't have something. I ain't fussing. Right, so we'll be going in here, squeezing some fresh lime. Good. At this point in time, because we're using our hands here, things like salmon fillets, right? You make this. Of course, all you know, I just usually have my seasoning done. A finer seasoning would have been better here, all right? All right, so we're just giving this kind of for to rough up this fish too much, as I say. Nice. Now, ideally, I would prefer to have it in this bowl rather than this bowl. So I will just do a slight transfer here. And that is our setup there, guys. That is our setup. Take the first piece. Pack some of your seasonings onto it. Okay, we on the last layer, so I'm just making sure that it gets enough salt on it. Put it to face up, not the skin side. This is the skin side. More is going to absorb in from on this side here. Right, now just leave it not there. Right, I'm turning it on high heat and then I'm going to bring it back down. And let me just kind of loosen up this rice a bit. And for this, I'll use olive oil for this. I don't usually use these things, but I bought myself a taste maker today. So I'm not going to be adding any salt because I want to use this entire package, right? And then I'll taste for salt. And you know something, I have a little change of heart. I don't think I'm going to use the olive oil. Or maybe what I will do is a half and half ratio. Right, China, even waiting for the pot to get hot. Right? Black pepper. Just a little salt in this okra. Right, now turning back the heat a little bit. And let me look to do a little clear up. This oil could remain out. We have to fry fish. I have some oil from yesterday. I'll strain that back. And I don't want that to melt away, right? We want to get the fresh crunchiness of the okra in the rice. That's what I'm aiming for. Hey, you come here, boy. Go back inside of there. What's wrong with you? Alright, so we're going to get some grind seasoning, guys. Want a well-seasoned rice. Remember, this has garlic in it, pimentos. We don't want too much of liquid. Alright. By the time it started to let go this slime, I am going to start throwing this rice here. Spread that around. Now, let me throw in about half the contents of this. Let me get this mixed up. And let's add in the balance now. And let's taste for salt before we add the balance of that pack. And it could safely take it. And I know definitely it's going to take a little salt. And from tasting that, I will tell you this. I know that definitely a little sesame oil is going to pair really well with this. Finish. Let's see. I think I'll use this pot. It'll heat up fast. Right, so today's a bit different, right? Where's this piling up? Right, where's this piling up on us? That's okay. We will get it under control. Nice. Let us make ourselves a simple breading. Promasa. Salt with the salt. A little salt. A little black pepper. So now you set up yourself here. Oil from yesterday, and I always tell people whenever you're using back your oil, it's a good idea to always add some fresh oil to it, and we could keep going like this. Let this oil settle, add back fresh oil to it. You're adding back some life to the oil. always set up yourself. We know that we frying fish. You must have somewhere to receive it. Right, so we're going good here. So while our oil is hotted up, let me find something to do. I don't want to be in this kitchen right through. Finish with the seasoning. We can leave this out. We could empty this rubbish. The salt. Black pepper, we finish with that. Test the oil. Right, the oil is hot enough. Nice. Okay, now if you don't want fish to stick at the bottom, you're throwing some bread in, and what that is going to do, it's going to form like a little, like some granules to the bottom of the oil. Now this oil is really hot now, so I'm turning it back a bit. And now we're going to drench. Shake off the excess gently into the pot. A size of pot like that, I could fry about 3 pieces at a time. You don't want the oil running cold. And the cooking time for a piece of fish like this is 2 to 3 minutes aside. Don't turn it up too much. It's going to mash up. Right? So you have to let the fish pull before you have to cook it. What you could do is you could gently just pull it to one side, right? Just like that. Right? And we're good to go. Now the speed that I am seeing this frying at, I know that that oil is just a little too hot right now, so I'll turn it back a little bit. Right? You don't want it happening too quickly. So about 2 minutes aside, 2 to 3 minutes. This is a very soft fish. The fish frying nice, keep frying up so good. People want ticket to come to Trinidad. They say that they're missing the land. JetBlue had the best prices so far. Look, they want to come down to Trinidad. They want to come down to Trinidad. Hey! So we're going good there. We're going good there. It's not tilapia. It's some kind of fish called swahili or some kind of thing like that. Hey, look, Roger Killer in the house from Kenya, boy. What you saying, brother? Thank you, Sunita and Dicky. Yes, girl, don't worry, I'm going to take a bite for you, girl. I'm going to take a bite for you. Right, so the oil reach a sweet spot there, guys. That is what they call a sweet spot. It could probably turn up just a... Right, so the next set I put in, right? How you mean? I real back all they feel like they miss anything? All they talking about who JetBlue and ticket in March for $495. I Mako ain't good enough. They call me Mako Mita, you know. Oh gosh. Alright, so let me see if we get some color on anything. Nice. As I can see, this is a tender looking fish. Nice. Right there. I'll take my time and drain here. The next set I put in, I'm going to see if I can start to light up them ways. Nice, I'm going to taste that food. But I'm going to put some ketchup on our rice, you know. I'm going to put some ketchup on our rice, boy. Don't pack down. Alright, you see the oil was a little too cold there. So, before I look to put our next piece of fish in there, let me get our temperature back up. Alright? Otherwise, we're going to end up with soak oil fish. We don't know soak oil. Right? Nice. We deal with this situation here. Let me deal with this situation here. Right? Makomita, how you mean? Makomita, boy. Right. So we have quite a heavy sink here right now. So we have to go about this thing in a smart kind of way, right? A smart kind of way. So we get rid of some of these things. Right, these cloths can just go on my island in the meanwhile. Right? Now how I will have to deal with this, if I just get confused, I look at the separate out these ways a bit. This is for the sesame oil done. Right. I look at the separate up these ways here a bit. I can't deal with with this kind of situation to it. All the bowls and things, I could deal with that after. Bring all this back here on this side. Right, now looking a lot more manageable for me to deal with. Not the way it was just. I need to check that fish. Next. Now I could still take a little more fry, let me turn up that temperature just a slightly. Okay, now it don't make no sense me go in there because soon we calling for a little turn here. So that's the kind of decisions you have to make, right? I can't lower the stove. When you're frying, you need to keep a certain temperature going, right? I cannot leave the stove here right now. Otherwise you're gonna end up with burnt fish. So that had to take your time. What I could do is rehydrate in the meanwhile. The food smelling good, boy, the food smelling good. The food smelling good, boy, the food smelling good. The food smelling nice, it really smelling nice. It gonna really go down good with that okra rice. The food smelling nice, boy, the food smelling good. The food smelling nice, boy, the food is smelling good. See ma say when she come home, she going and cook breadfruit. See ma say when she come home, she cooking breadfruit. I come in by she to eat some oil dog. I hope she really laughing when she hearing the song. Oh, go see ma girl, oh, go see ma. We go cook oil down and curry liver. Curry liver with some white rice. Curry liver with some white rice. I really like things like turkey, gizzard and liver. It's giving me value to my body in my pocket. Oh God! Hey. You go in the grocery with $100. You're wondering what you could cook today, but the prices are high. The prices are high. The prices are high, boy. The prices are high. How poor people living, we really don't know. How poor people living, we really don't know. This place ain't easy. It's not easy at all. Alright, so let me see how this fish going here. Nice. Alright, thing ready to come out. Right, remember, whenever you're taking out, whether it's fried chicken, fried bakes, fish, or anything, one of the worst things you could do, guys, is take this piece of fish and put it on our next fish. What you just do is, you go in and make that first piece of fish absorb all that oil. Right? Anytime I go buy any body and they're frying chicken. And they're putting fresh chicken out of the oil on top of that chicken. But you better give me a piece of that chicken from on top. Right? Right, nice. So we're going to let our oil come back to temperature. Well, let's see what happened just now. We don't want to repeat that. And one of the signs of that is, you see all them bubbles that there? That will disappear. There's still a little water content there. Crystal, we're saying. All right, nice. Okay, so that oil is back up to temperature, guys. Nice. That's it. Okay, so back to this section here, right? We have about 2 to 3 minutes before we have to stop and go and see about that, right? So time for the bowls. Remember, use things like your nose while you're here, you're cooking that over there, you're smelling your pot, right? You don't have to use your eyes. Maybe wear another watch on your hand. Soak these things well. Okay, so I'm going to take the opportunity to have a little soap water going here. So I could just throw my cutlery in here in the meanwhile. I could stick my spoons in it also. Careful with knives. Put it on one side. Right. Now, while I'm rinsing here, I'm catching some of that water in that bowl. So we don't know if you're having water problems. You're finding little ways, you might have a pot that needs soaking, so you put it on here. While this water running, it's falling into that pot, right? Alright, I'm beginning to smell that fish. I have maybe about 30 seconds again. You can also listen. The less you hear that psh, is because the water content almost out of the fish. So when that begins to lessen, that is a telltale sign that it's time to flip. So I am listening. It's becoming less. So it's time for me to go across there. Now we deal with Just a little bit of stuff. This was a really, really easy menu to prepare, guys. As I say, if I wasn't doing this for the camera, I would have been finished already. Nothing nicer than coming home hungry, famished, and it have something prepared. When mommy and dad and Valerie return here, it's just to sit down and have a delicious meal. Kitchen done, clean up. Nice hot meal. That's what we're talking about. So if you notice, that fish is almost finished. If you have been listening. Okay, so this is what I was telling all you about, right? We have them 3 pieces of fish. At this point in time, now you could stack this up a little higher. And yes, you have the color you're looking for. I really feel it. I feel it's tilapia in now. I feel it's tilapia. Right? How we looking there? Right? Imagine eating that. Let's take the stove off. Right? And remember, for safety purposes, guys, right? Always move these hot pots further back. And let me see how hot this is. Now, that will burn the rice. But when this cools down just a little, I will just slide this rice forward here onto this burner. So let me just finish up this little duty here. And we now order. Drink some water. This was suck eye for me to do here today, guys. Suck eye. As easy as sucking a fish eye. Suck eye. always secure food. All right, I'm looking around for any wares. I'm on the tail end. What I'm talking about, right? This needs some water in it. So all the work I do in here, all right, now I usually will throw that there and then I will take back up that stuff. I don't want to throw all that liquid in the dustbin, right? Guys, do not be tempted unless you have more fish that you want to use today. Never take, like let me say we had a piece of chicken to cook for tomorrow. Don't take that seasoning to throw it to season up chicken for tomorrow. You're going to get sick. If I had more fish to fry later or tomorrow, what I would have done is I would have taken out, I would have put aside some of the breading, right? But I don't have any plans such as that. All right. So sometimes you can't help it. You end up with a situation like this. Right? Would I put myself through some kind of circus act to continue packing up there, guys? Does it make sense to try and keep packing stuff there? Absolutely not. Right? So I just have a point sometimes. You have to stop. Now I'm planning to put the fried fish into this. So I wouldn't put this out. Right? Let me dry that up properly. Nice. These things only look hard to do, you know. We make it look hard. It's just a matter of doing it. Just do it. Whatever you have to do, just do it. Now, I have a nice video already uploaded. I just have to make it public. I already have a video uploaded. So all you have a video to watch after this. I will tell all you what time the video will be coming out, right? But it's already uploaded. It's just for me to make public. So all you have a nice video to watch today. Same thing how to prepare brine seasoning. Right. Let me get this rinse up here. All right, so everybody, good afternoon, and thank you for the support. And we're on the tail end here, guys. Just this few set of wares. can't wait to drink myself a nice hot cup of coffee. No sugar, just a little milk. So wipe down some counters. Stuck on you like a piece of crazy glue. I'm on my way. Needed a friend. Try to wash out behind this sink here, right? There's usually a lot of, see? A lot of dirtiness behind there. Every now and again, throw some hot water. And we are closing in rapidly, quickly, fastly. Nice. What are we looking at so far? Now it's just a run through here, all right? Robert Ramdas. Make sure when you're cooking, you're cleaning up everything. Clean as you go, guys. Clean as you go. Make sure every week, maybe twice, your roti cloth on them, your sappy, right? You gotta make sure and wash these things, right? These kitchen cloths, don't mind my own looking old. This is always get a Clorox soak. And last but not least, all you will see lands doing it sometimes, right? The last thing is any little thing that might have fallen on the kitchen floor, right? If you could sweep, pass a little mop, you can't go wrong. Right, so let me get my hands dried up dry out that container properly. Right, so I'll wash my hands and dry up my hands. And we're going to pack away that fried fish. It's cool by now. Cool by now. But I want to be able to wash up all those things over there. Right, so we need to get this bowl dried up. All the excess water. Best thing to do is layer it. Remember, if you pack this in there while it is hot, when you return to it, this is going to be soggy. Right? So you don't pack it away in containers the way how I'm doing it here until it is properly cooled. Right. So I am not going to cover it with this as yet. Instead, I will just throw. Right, I'll just cover it with this so it does not build up any sweat. I use this yet, that oil is still hot. Alright, so we don't want to tie up the oven too much. When the oil has cooled, guys, don't worry to train all of that. Alright? Nice. Everybody, that's how we look in here. That's how we look in here. We have a delicious meal prepared. Delicious meal. I am not hungry currently. I had some tuna. But if you wish, I can show you once again what the rice looks like. So we have our okra and pumpkin rice here. Very, very tasty. And to accompany that, everybody believes it's tilapia, and I feel they could be correct. We have some tilapia here. And we have a nice pepper sauce from Peggy to go with it. I think a little ketchup on this rice is going to taste really good. So everybody, at this point in time, I've seen 145 people, and I ain't going to cut the chat, but I need to take a little small 5. So I'm going to make myself a nice cup of coffee here. And then I'll return and we'll chat a bit. So I want to thank everybody that's locked on, moderators. As always, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Commenters, silent viewers. I like to party. I like to party. I like to party. Right, so today's Friday, everybody. We winding down, right? It's 10 past 1. So just now, all you're going to go home, right? All you're going to go home just now. Stop in the grocery. If you're pocketing right, get yourself some liver, get some turkey wings or something. Go home, wash it up nice. The best way to wash turkey for me is not in no lime or anything, but you leave it after you cut it up. You put it in some water to soak with a nice amount of vinegar in it. Leave it soaking for about 15 to 20 minutes. Rinse it out, and you're ready to go. Right? You're ready to go. So turkey is delicious. Remember, if little children eating, there is a very, very fine bone attached to the thigh or the legs, right? So be very careful. Be very careful of that. Don't give your children things like turkey to eat and think that they can handle their stories. If you could pinch that bone and pull it off for them, or better yet, what we usually do is we take the pieces of meat off of the turkey. So just be very, very careful. All right? I will tell Oli something. You could be how careful you want to be, and things has happened. We made a soup already, and what happened is that we had some okros in the deep freeze, okay, and throw it in when the soup was almost over. Poor Sydney began to eat that soup, and that okro wasn't mashing up. Do you know that Sydney almost choked to death? Thank the Lord for the little first aid knowledge that I have. I was able to do a finger sweep. The okra was blocking her entire throat. Right? So guys, you had to be mindful. Alright, since that, we always make sure and cut up our okras. Right? No whole okras. Do not give children whole okras to eat, guys. It forms a perfect seal. Right? And remember, it's very, very, one thing you should expose yourself to is first aid, especially for choking disasters. All right? Every day, we are all at risk of choking. Right? Familiarize yourself with things like anaphylactic shock. Somebody may not know of a particular allergy that they may have, and next thing you know, anaphylactic shock. People have lost their lives already to it. Okay? So these are just some little tips. You know, I always like to leave a little tip or two. Always like to leave all with a tip. So be very careful, guys. So we are over here with the cooking part. Is the chat still running? My chat like it freeze up. I'm going to have some coffee. Oh yes. Dolly Mollet, how are you going? Okay, so Judity, that is the oil. I don't throw away oil. Alright? I don't throw away oil. So the next time I might be frying fish sometime again soon. I will just strain off that oil and I'll add fresh oil to it. Usually I go with 100%. So if it's quarter cup of oil, I will put back quarter oil, fresh oil. That way, back home, the way how we used to do it, 1 liter of oil used to see us through our entire month. Yeah. Remember, oil is a very expensive commodity for poor people, right? So you have to preserve your oil. But it always helps to add some fresh oil when you're reusing it. All right, so guys, I am just going outside. Most likely it may end up on cladding up Judy. But listen, I have been doing this for years, right? None of us ever get sick or anything. I'm talking about when I was living in Okro, right? We did this for years, right? Because remember, the oil is burning out as you keep going, right? So I've never had any issues so far. Yeah. All right, so guys, I will be right back. Just stepping outside a little bit. Let me plug this to charging. All right, I know that you all want the chat to remain open. Let me just get some confirmation from the moderators. If it is they would like to stay on the live, or if it is, we could close it off. All right, let me know, guys. Yeah, Mario. Oh gosh. Yes. Man say I will be rich in 1,000 years. So this was a very, very easy meal for me to run through today, guys. Fried fish and a pumpkin okra rice. What will really taste nice in that is if I had myself some fine oregano, right, and sprinkle it into that rice. It would have been so good if we had a little piece of saltfish too. That would have changed up the whole dynamics of that rice. All right, so it could be left up to Dolly and Peggy, right? Dolly, you're in? Oh, guys, if all they want, let's lock off, finish up, do what we're doing, right? Let me do what we're doing. I could probably go clean up my room, and maybe a little later on we could pop back in. What we say? Let's do that, guys. All right, we now cross 2 hours exact. So let's close off the live and we will come back again maybe a little later. All right, and that way everybody could focus. Today's Friday, close off the desk. Right? Yes, look, Dolly is tired too. Peggy says sounds good to me. Right? So, Michael Zambrano, don't worry yourself. What I'll do is let me go on Lego. I'm going to Lego that video now, guys. So, all I have something to watch. The video is long, it's about 45 minutes. Right? So, let me Lego that video. And all you could check out that video, and maybe later on we could pop back up. All right. Yesterday we missed Thunderbolt Thursday. Today, well, Fabulous Friday. All right. So maybe we could come back out tonight with our Fabulous Friday. Let me see how it goes. So thanks once again, everybody, for joining in. Right. It was a successful event here in the kitchen. Guys, don't let nobody steal your joy. Remember, today's Friday. This is a typical day. Man might be taking a little drinks. Ladies taking a little cocktail, right? Just be careful. All right? Just be careful. You can have all the fun you want in the world. Just don't get, right? Yes, party in the backyard. Listen, know who you're liming with. Know who you're liming with. All right? You want people who's your soldiers around you when you're liming. Right? Good. So everybody, thank you once again for supporting the show. I'm going to Lego that video right now. So Michael, you have something to watch. And I go in the back, guys. I love all of you. Blessings.